Good morning, everyone. It is my day off, so guess what? It's going to be a really busy day around here. I scheduled a meeting with someone last week, and Monday's when he was available, so I said I would go in, work with him for a few hours. And so started getting ready this morning and heard a sound. I was thinking, is that Audie? Is he scratching? Is he bumping into the wall? That really sounds like hammering. And all of a sudden I remember roofers are showing up today. So they're at it over there. Things are about to get really busy on that project. Oh yeah, I haven't told y'all about that project yet. Guess today's the day. So we'll get over there in a bit. But I'm trying to get Mr. Audie going here. I made my coffee, haven't taken a sip yet. We're gonna get him back inside in a minute, get him some breakfast. I'm gonna get the gator and we're gonna get the day started. Things are gonna get real busy. Oh yeah, and I have a package showing up today. Pretty excited about this. So yeah, I will share that with you when it arrives. All right, stay tuned. It's gonna get really busy. Okay, I got Gator McCluskey, got my first sip of coffee, and got back over to the house. Audie was done with his breakfast. We got loaded up. I have, I think, 3 minutes or so until my meeting should be starting. So I'm gonna go a different way around and swing it over here by the project. Okay. Man, these guys from Westco Roofing did not mess around this morning. So what we have here is what I call the White House. It is about a 100-year-old house. Bought this about 5 years ago. And it has been a while since this baby has seen any kind of TLC. So yeah, last week, the electrician that does work for me got out here, got a new electric panel on the house because 13 and a half months ago, on August 3rd, a couple decided to come out here and among other places that night, they decided to tear out a wall and try to strip out some of the copper. And did number on the electrical panel. So instead of messing around with that, I decided, you know what, we're just going to throw a new panel on there. Maybe wonder why I remember that date so well. It's because that was the day I was flying home with my brand new leader dog here. Audie and I were at a car show up on the leader dog campus. And I got a phone call from one of my managers saying they showed up to open the store that morning. Police in the parking lot, drone flying overhead, multiple agencies out here. And they were searching for that couple that took off from my house. And manhunt ensued in the woods. And they found them using thermal imaging from their drone. And those two were brought to justice, but they, like I said, unfortunately, they didn't number on my house. So yeah, electric panel went in this week, roof going on today. I have a lot of materials on order. Some things showing up today, some later this week. And that house is gonna look completely different. I'm excited. This is gonna be a fun project. Instead of just going in there and just making things work, doing builder grade cheap stuff, we're gonna have a little fun. So let's see how close I can get to my $15,000 budget on getting this house redone. All right, I am here. Let's see, 10:01, 10 o'clock meeting. Let me head in there and get this going. All right, I'll be back with y'all soon. Hello again. It is about I think 3 hours later, just shy of 3 hours later, and finished up with my meeting. Got a few products loaded up in the back of Gator McCluskey here, and gonna swing back over by the White House, see how things are looking over there. Haven't been hearing any hammering going on in a bit, so maybe they taking a lunch break or something, but yeah, let's go check things out. All the stuff I have in the back here are going to be products going into this White House project. And just a little while ago, my surprise delivery came in. So we are going to be taking a look at that once I get back to the house in a few minutes. Okay, driving up here, so the guys are out here. Let's see what they got going on. So yeah, some of the stuff I got back here. I have new handles for doors, both exterior and interior. I have a new front porch light. I have a sconce to go outside the back door. And then I know I have another smart lock over at my place. That's gonna be going on the front door. So yeah, we're gonna be changing this thing up a little. The outside is gonna need a good pressure washing, and that should clean it up to a nice white. We'll repaint the front porch area, and then we'll get you inside and see what we got going on. But what do we have? I'm right at 6 weeks now until I need to be done with this fun little project here. So let's call it 7 weeks total start to finish on this, and a budget of about $15,000. Got some fun things picked out. I'm really excited. Just because I'm doing a project on a budget doesn't mean that it can't be nice. So yeah, I cannot wait over the next few weeks for y'all to see what my brain has come up with, because I'm pretty proud about this. I'm pretty excited. I don't want to get in the way of those guys. I'm letting them do their thing, get that roof put on. I don't want to take a chance of getting any of my vehicles over there and getting nails and tires. They do a really good job at cleaning their stuff up. So I'm just gonna let them do their thing. Once they're done and out of there, then I will get back to doing my work over there. But yeah, tomorrow afternoon, Alfred and I are gonna be going off and getting a truckload of some more materials. And the real work begins. But we've been kind of stockpiling things over the last few days. That way we have all of our stuff, and then when it's our turn, we can get in there and jump into work and not be having to chase after parts and supplies. And it's the only way I'm gonna get this thing done in 7 weeks by myself, with the help of just a couple of my employees, and with trying to operate the business and everything else we have going on. So yeah, it's gonna get a little wild around here, but I think we can do it. I was telling Alfred just the other day, these are the kind of moments where I start to doubt myself a little bit, start to question the commitments that I've made, but it really feels good that I have employees that believe in me, and they're gonna help me meet these goals. So I believe we'll do it. So yeah, let me get some things situated here, and then hopefully this afternoon I can get over there and get a little bit of work done before I gotta go take care of some other stuff. Tomorrow's a long day with a planning meeting I have with Rotary Club. I'm on the board of directors of our local Rotary Club, and so in addition to our regular meeting, we have an extended board meeting to cover some other just planning items that come up about once a year or so. So yeah, it is going to be a hectic week, but it should be a really fun week. Okay, so I am back inside my house now, and I'm going to focus on the new surprise that came in the mail today. So these are the Oakley Meta glasses. Okay, let me talk about a couple exciting things real quick. We do have several new sunglass lines in my store, Maui Jim, and then Oakley and Costa. We have the Maui Jims all set up in the store. The Oakley and Costa glasses should be arriving shortly. At this time, we won't have these Meta glasses in the store because these just came out. I believe just in the last week or two, they've been available for purchase. But I have wanted to get a pair of these for a while. I was waiting for Oakley to come out with this new version. I do have friends that have Meta glasses from Ray-Ban. I did look at those, but I liked the specs on the Oakley a lot more. I was just waiting for this new style to come out. So I ordered these last week. They arrived today. I'm gonna go ahead and get these opened up and start taking a look at them. Okay, guess that's all it took. It was just pulling that tiny little tab off of there. All right, where's the box open now? Okay, so I feel a tab here. What's that doing for me? Okay, so that opened up. Got some weight to them. So the case I know does have a built-in battery, and that recharges the glasses. Okay, we're gonna have our cleaning cloth. Got our information booklets here. What else we have? Okay, so that was everything that was in there. Yep, nothing else there. So we had just a couple small booklets. Got our cleaning cloth. And we have the case with our glasses. So let's see, how's this open? That opens there. Got a light here on the case. So magnetic enclosure on the case. Might not be able to do this one-handed. Of course, I found my tripod again, but it's outside in the shop. And I don't feel like getting it because I am so excited about getting this thing opened up. So let's see if I can just prop y'all up here on the table and get a view here as I figure out how to get these out of here for the first time. Okay. Okay, so I just put them on and it made a little startup sound. So the ones I ordered are the black frame with the transition lenses. So the clear to gray transition lenses. How do I look? So I was going back and forth on how I wanted to order these. I have a lot of pairs of sunglasses that I really like. Have a couple new pairs of sunglasses on the way, actually, that I can't wait to share with y'all. But the way I think I'm going to be using these is inside quite a bit. And so clear lenses would be useful for that. So when I'm traveling, going through airports, it's going to be so nice not having to pull out my phone to use my magnifier. And so just having these on, being able to keep my phone in my pocket, giving voice commands to these glasses, to hopefully be able to read signs to help me navigate my way through airports. I wanted to have a clear lens. But I thought that when I go outside, then having all that intense sunlight would be too much. So I've never had a pair of transition glasses before, but hopefully these work out well. Let's see what else we got here before I get to... Okay, so that's all that was in here, was just the glasses. Had the little protective shipping sleeves on the arms of the glasses. And okay, this is going to be my charging port on the bottom. So yeah, these things I believe are going to be fully charged. Next step is going to be for me to download the Oakley Meta app and start getting these things set up. So let me get that done and I'll be right back with y'all to give you an update. And I'm back again. It took me maybe a total of about half an hour to get my glasses connected and go through all the features and the training and setting up all the apps with them. One thing I do want to point out to you is, so I've already showed you the case here, and when you open it up and close it, this light does go on either direction, and then after a few seconds it goes off. When connecting these, the instructions said to find the connection button. So there's no clear button, but on the underside you can see where you plug in to charge the case. Right above it, right about here, you can push and feel that there is a button inside. So when you're needing to set up your glasses and pair them, that is where the pairing button is located, is on the back side, just right above where the charging port is. Other than that, once you use the quick start instructions, and it will have you scan the QR code to go to the App Store to download the Meta AI app. Everything's easy. It will walk you right through it and give you the options for connecting different music apps such as Amazon Music, Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Spotify. It will have you select to connect to your phone for phone calls, for messaging, Facebook Messenger. Again, like I said, all sorts of things. You can either set those up at that time or choose to set them up later. It gives you lots of practice opportunities, teaches you about the different commands. So all your controls are right here, and there's a button on top of the right temple here. So this button is going to be for capturing still photos or video. And then your digital control here on the side, you can single tap and it will start and pause music. You can double tap to go to the next song, triple tap to repeat a song. You can swipe forward to increase your volume, swipe backwards to decrease the volume. And so it's just very easy and intuitive. I do have these all set up, so when I get phone calls or text messages come through, it will give me alerts. I can choose to answer the call, end the call, respond to text messages, and it's really cool. You can also talk to the virtual assistant, and I've been playing with it, having it describe scenes to me, asking me where my dog is. It told me right where Audie was as he was walking around. I thanked the virtual assistant for telling me where my dog was, and it said, "I hope your dog has a nice day," something like that. So pretty cool. Again, very intuitive, very easy to work with. I went in the kitchen, asked it to describe what was on the countertop. It did a very good job at doing that. So yeah, I'm going to enjoy playing around with these. I'm probably going to head outside and try out the transition lenses. But so far I've been wearing these for about an hour now. They're very comfortable. They're very secure. There's no movement around at all. So I feel like I could be running around, jumping on and off of things, and these are going to be very secure. So yeah, very happy. You know, you always get things and they don't seem to live up to your expectations, but so far everything has been exactly as described. And so yeah, the scene descriptions are working really well. I am looking forward to trying out getting it to read signs. So yeah, should be pretty cool. Let me play with these some more and I'll give you some feedback. All right, so I have both a doorknob, door lever to replace, and a deadbolt. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with replacing the traditional keyed deadbolt with this Yale Smart deadbolt. And then after I get that done and set up, then I will switch over and add this new quick set lever style door handle. Let me go ahead and get this opened up and get things ready to go. Okay, got that outer sleeve pulled off. Gonna go ahead and open up this box. Get things situated so I'm not dropping anything down between the bed and the tailgate here. Gonna put my paperwork over there. Pulling out the first layer of the box and then the rest of the interior contents. And I'm gonna go ahead and get these things pulled out and situated here so I can start moving along. Okay, starting off by going into my Yale Access app and setting up a new device. And it has instructed me to go ahead and remove the 2 screws and remove the existing deadbolt. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. Okay, have that removed. Now I'm going to proceed over here and, well, there's no screws. This deadbolt was just hanging out, I guess. So getting that pulled out of here. Okay, that's removed. And so now in the app, I'm going to hit next to the next step and see what that is. Okay, so the next 2 steps have me using the door checker measurement tool and the instructions to check the door thickness and determine which screws I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and get this packet opened up and get my screws ready to start installing the new deadbolt. All right, now with the deadbolt installed and screwed in place, we're going to be moving on to installing the outside portion of the lock. Right here. Okay, installing the wire underneath the deadbolt. Oh, come on. Let's see. Okay, getting that wire slid through. Okay, got the shaft installed through the deadbolt. And now trying to get things aligned. So at first I was going to push this outside through and things weren't lining up quite right vertically. And so I went ahead and removed the deadbolt, flipped it over, and now I was able to get that slid through, have that wire pulled through underneath, and now it's time to move on to the next step. And the next step is to install the mounting plate on the inside with the wire routed through the mounting slot. Right at the bottom of that center hole, that slot is where the wire is going to get routed through. And then we're going to be using the mounting screws selected from one of the previous steps. Okay, got the screws tightened down. And just a tip, when you're trying to line up those 2 studs on the mounting plate, they will slide into the front portion just on the underside of that deadbolt. Okay, on to the next step. Okay, got the inside plate mounted up, tightened down the 2 screws that are pre-installed in here, and now the lock turns nice and smoothly. Next step is if you have a unit that has this smart controller, make sure you take this. It will be in its own box, and it will simply slide into here. Okay, the smart controller will go in here right above the battery compartment and press into place. Like so. And now it's time to install the 4 batteries that are included. Make sure to put the ribbon in behind the batteries so it's easy to remove them. And we're going to go ahead and put that battery cover on top of this. Okay, with all the batteries installed, the lock will make some sounds and light up. And now it's time to go back onto the app to finish setup. Hello everyone. Whew, trying to catch my breath a little bit. I was just tearing out all this carpet that's glued down to the floor. Excuse me. Got a little bit more left to do. I was trying to roll up and be as neat as possible. There was a bunch of broken glass from where someone had broken into this window a while back. So I do still have some glass I'm gonna have to come back and sweep up and clean up. Got a little bit more of this carpet I'm gonna go ahead and tear out. I have almost all the screws out of this pegboard that's on the wall, waiting until I can get another set of hands over here to help support this and get the top row screws out. Today I'm going to try to get this wall frame back in that someone had removed quite some time ago. Moved a bunch of tools over here a little bit ago. Have some batteries charging, and yeah, gonna start doing some demo and the first bit of reconstruction. I got a tight time schedule on top of already full days, so I need to get after it. I'm gonna set y'all down. Not sure how much of this I'm gonna get recorded today. I did forget to grab a stand to put the phone on, but yeah, gonna see what I can do to get y'all some shots. Also, I do have to get this floor torn out. I have a couple soft spots right here, and I'm gonna have some plumbing to rework. So yeah, this is the area I need to focus on this week, because I need to get the framing done, the plumbing done, any electrical that has to move right here. But I need to get all the plumbing done, and next week, drywall and texture. So that way the following week I can get painting done. I have no room for the schedule to slip at all, so I need to get after it. All right, here we go. Safety first. I know, I should be wearing gloves too, but I'm trying to keep my hands well away from all the glass, keep it contained, keep it a few feet away from me. I'm gonna start making my trash pile, and then at some point I'll come over here with either the tractor or the skid steer, load up the bucket, and get all this stuff hauled to the dumpster. Have I said that I love those little portable AC units? So handy around here. Because yes, it is hot. Stay hydrated, folks. And have I said before, I love my Oakley water bottle. Okay, gonna run over and get Zach, and he's gonna be my second set of hands for a little bit over here. Okay, we've gotten that pegboard framing down, pulling the last few pieces of supports they had in there, and whoever built that thing really didn't want it coming down. But we're getting all the trim and everything pulled off. I'm about to pull this door, and I'm gonna go ahead and probably pull these trim pieces here while Zach's using the impact, and we're just kind of trading off right now with the tools. Gonna start pulling drywall here soon.
I think you're on a stud there.
Of course. try to save that corner. Yeah. Yeah, it's so much more natural light in here now. Right?
Were or went.
In the toilet?
No, all around behind the toilet.
Huh.
And rats brought them in here.
For a house with no air conditioning, well, we do have the AC running in here, but for a house with no AC, it even wasn't horrible in here.
Yeah.
Hello. It is later in the day, back over here at the house. So we got everything done today that I wanted to while I had help. So I went over, got the skid steer, got a bucket on it, and have it parked right outside the window here. So I'm starting to pitch all of this demo material into the bucket, and I'm gonna get it shuttled over to my dumpster. And once I get everything cleaned up in here, then I'm going to pull out the toilet and the vanity. So my goal tonight is to get all this stuff out of here, and then tomorrow I can work on getting the flooring pulled up and starting to get the plumbing situated. All right, let me get after it. Okay, I'm gonna set y'all up here. Please try not to fall. Okay, stay. back to do more. Got everything in there and didn't dump anything over the sides. Both these buckets I have are like big, actually just slightly wider than that dumpster, so it's really easy if you have too much stuff on the sides. It'll dump and then you're having to get out and pick it all up. So I have found it is definitely better to underload the bucket and maybe make one extra trip. Okay, time to get some more. I'm thinking tonight I should be able to get this done in 3 trips. Okay, that's 2 pretty full buckets. Got all this area cleaned up. Gonna go get this dumped, and then I'm gonna come back for the toilet and the vanity. So yeah, looks like my prediction of 3 bucket loads is spot on. Okay. I'm really liking those Yale smart locks that I've been using. And if you need them, you can get them from me. All right, let me clean up a couple things up outside of the bucket here, and I'm gonna start making my way across the property. Okay, just got back here after dumping that second load. Now I need to disconnect this toilet and the sink so I can get these pulled out of here. It is just before 6 o'clock. Let me see if I can make some fast work out of this and get out of here so I can fix some dinner. I wish I had something with me so I could just cut these lines and deal with it later. I don't have a crescent wrench. This is kind of a big pipe wrench, but let me see if I can get on here and get these things out of here. Let me see if I can get you all set up and get you a view of what I'm doing. All right, I just finished getting that vanity torn out of here. Gonna go dump out all that in the dumpster. Then I'm gonna go park the skid steer away, get the gator back over here, get all my tools loaded up for the night. Don't leave your tools on a job site if you wanna see them again. It's just not worth taking that chance, y'all. Unfortunately, just when I was out here working, I turned around and there was a pickup. It had stopped on the side of the road, and as soon as I turned around and faced towards them, they floored it and took off out of here. So I have a feeling that they were probably up to no good. Don't know if they thought maybe they could get my skid steer and they were surprised to see me here, or who knows if they're going to try to come back later and see if there's tools inside they can get. But I'm going to load everything up. All right, this stuff's going to the dumpster. I know I didn't get everything cleaned up, but I really didn't feel like picking up that nasty bird's nest. So tomorrow I'm going to come back over here with a trash can with a liner in it and a shovel. I'm going to get all that stuff cleaned up and then start working on the plumbing. Morning, everyone. Kind of a rough day so far. Finally got over here to the White House, start working on things. Had some more materials delivered this morning. Zach and I were planning on getting a lot done today with plumbing and framing. And unfortunately, as soon as we got here, I walked in the door, went to get my air conditioner going, and it wasn't there. And then noticed that a window was open, and then another window had been broken out. Someone broke into the house last night, and the brand new electrical panel that was just installed last week is torn open as well. Waiting on the police to show up right now. I'm pretty upset at the moment. I'm not feeling good. So yeah, just called my electrician, let him know. Of course, waiting on the police to show up. We're not wanting to touch anything, see if they can get prints. But my electrician said he's working on a job nearby. When he's done with that, he's gonna come over here, see what we need to do. I'm just very frustrated right now. But yeah, I'm gonna get some materials loaded up, and we're gonna try to get a security system installed, and gonna go from there. All right, stay tuned, folks. Hello, everyone. It is a couple days later. It's been a really busy week. The day that I discovered we had the break-in at the house, obviously I was tied up with the sheriff's department for a while, and they were able to collect some evidence. So fingers crossed they will get a hit on somebody in their database. Yeah, excuse me. Been really busy because Zach won't be able to help out on Friday. He has jury duty, so he'll be missing work. So to keep things on schedule, we just had to get really busy and get a lot of stuff done. Getting the plumbing done, trying to figure out exactly how things were put together and modified over the years. Funny thing is, similar to what I had done with my house, going back with design pretty similar to what was originally in these houses. So just because people go and do a remodel and change things up from the original design doesn't mean it's always better. Looks like both these places, at least in my opinion, had pretty good layouts to begin with. So yeah, while we were on the floor though, we discovered a few problems, just a few boards that need to be fixed. So we're getting that taken care of. Zach just about has all the plumbing lines run, and so Alfred is helping to start to measure to put down the sheeting on the floor, and I'm hauling off some of the trash that has accumulated. We are completely done with all the tear out, and it's construction from here on. So need to get this stuff out of the way, and gonna hit things hard before I lose Zach after today, because I want to get things ready for Aaron to get the drywall down. So yeah, getting back up here, and I'm gonna get another load out of here. Probably have 2 more loads of debris to get hauled to the dumpster, which is good because I have the space in the dumpster, and tomorrow's haul-off day. So let me get pulled up here, and each time I come back, I'm getting to see a little progress that the boys are making, but things are coming along nicely. Always a pleasure to work with 2 great people and we all work really well together. All right, back to work. Okay, got most of that trash cleaned up. Have just a little pile of debris left to clean up for the night. But got a lot of plumbing work done today. Got the rough end for the toilet, for the sink, for the washer, and for the shower. Zach's just literally tying up a couple loose ends, getting some pipe strap to support the PVC run going to the shower. Didn't get everything done today that we had wanted to because some other things came up, but we split up, we divided, we conquered, and we got everything done today that we absolutely had to get done. So tomorrow, it's going to be Alfred and me working in here, and we need to get the water lines run up for the shower valve. But other than that, we'll be ready to start going in with some flooring and getting all this closed up. And then we need to get this wall in place. Picked up the new door going to the bathroom, as well as the new double doors that'll go here into the bedroom area. So I got that right there. So now that we know what size doors, have all of our layouts finalized, we'll be able to get the framing done and start hanging drywall and getting things back on track. All right, gonna get things wrapped up for the night. See y'all soon. Good morning. Excuse me, man, I have not had a voice for a while now. Yeah, getting the day started. Got my coffee and my Yeti. Got a full Awala bottle with water. Just had a slice of banana bread made by my mom. Thank you, Mom. Gonna go out here and grab old Gator McCluskey, loaded down with tools, and gonna be meeting up with Alfred, getting to work. All right, let's get this door opened up. Two nights in a row, I have not slept well. Having some signal issues, and I'm getting alerts on my phone about every 20 to 30 seconds saying there's a bad signal, there's a good signal, bad signal, good signal, all night and day long. Unfortunately, when it's happening at night, it keeps waking me up. So yeah, every couple minutes I have like another 20 messages, push notifications on my phone. Oh man. Always another problem. Can't wait to get that one solved though, because a couple nights in a row of hardly any sleep starts taking a toll on you. Today's gonna be a very long day. I got all this work to get done today, and then this evening have a charity ball to go to, and not sure yet what time I have to leave, not sure what I'm wearing. But yeah, need to figure all that out. Okay. Oh man, that's some good stuff. Leaving Audie in the house right now. He doesn't need to be around when we're doing construction work. I'm just going to be here on portions of the property where I'm very familiar with things. And you know, when it comes to working in the house, pretty familiar with the space. But when it comes to areas where I might not feel comfortable stepping because I can't see, I just move cautiously, or I have learned to ask for help. So yeah, Audie won't be with me today because, like I said, it's going to be a long day. He's going to be with me tonight. We are going someplace unfamiliar. Fortunately, we're going to be with a lot of friends. But yeah, since it's going to be a place where I'm not familiar, I will definitely be utilizing him to help me navigate. Especially after dark. I would much rather have him with me than just relying on my cane. So yeah, that's kind of how I plan out my days. If I know I'm going to need Audie later. Hey Rob.
Good morning.
If I know I'm going to need him later, then I give some time off. He doesn't need to be working ridiculously long days like I am. But yeah, so we are pulled up here. Got the delivery truck here. Mr. Rob's heading out to a U-Haul truck to get loaded with some blankets and a dolly. Okay, after all that, we are finally ready to start building. So first piece of the subfloor, we're getting ready. And nobody puts baby in a corner, but I put Alfred down in the hole under the house.
I don't have it.
It should be unlocked.
No. That's how to unlock it right here.
It was that side-to-side button where your thumb would be. I had it powered up a second ago.
Oh.
Oh, to unlock the blade?
Yeah.
Here.
Is this one?
It's the big silver
okay.
thing, yep. I apologize for all the things I've said to Walt. That's not bad for a tool and a battery that are almost 20 years old. Oh, thank you.
The jiggy saw.
Thank you.
Hey there. Hey there.
Okay, finished getting some more reinforcement over here, getting everything adjusted. Man, these elevations are so confusing, so all over the place with all the patchwork and things that have been done over the years, because the main foundation beams have, you know, partially rotted, have sunk into the ground. So just trying to figure out what they've done to make this work is kind of weird. But yeah, finally got all that. So now we're getting this other sheet in here, getting it marked to see where the hole needs to be for the shower drain. And gonna have to notch out slightly for the drain for the washing machine. And then this will be ready to go in. Just getting an alert on my motion detector, so just want to make sure no one was out there. But yeah, getting closer to getting this closed up, and then we can start getting the new wall framed in. Here we go. Enjoy, just gobble down.
What'd you pick? One of those little tarts.
Yeah, so we are in the dessert section of the Village Center's, Bootlegger's Ball. Okay, and so just gobble down, bud. Go for it. This is all you.
He doesn't eat sweets.
Oh, man.
I'm not a big I'm trying.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Westport High School
Okay, if he doesn't do it, I will do it because I love the sweets. I'm staying off it, but yeah, no. So I'm encouraging him because whatever he doesn't eat, I may end up eating. So let's do this. No, keep going, bud. Hey, Todd, there's the dessert tray. So start going up, bud.
I'm good. I don't eat dessert. I'm on a diet. Here you go. Here's your beer.
What is wrong with you people? Hello, back here again. Had a wonderful time last night at the 2025 Bootleggers Ball benefiting the Village Centers of Kingwood. Awesome organization taking care of adults with developmental disorders. Had a really fun time, wonderful, fun event. Thank you to everybody who came out and helped support them last night. But yeah, back here at the house again. I had to leave early yesterday, so Alfred was on his own. As I left him, we were marking out the location for the shower drain and the washing machine drain there. So yeah, Alfred did a nice job. Got this tied in. Didn't want to remove any more of this flooring back here because of just the way that the wood was good under this and what it was resting on. Didn't want to open things up further, so that's why he notched out. But our wall is going to be coming right over this edge, over that drain. And then the wall over here is going to be coming right down this line. So yeah, this is good. It's nice and sturdy. Everything feels good, and looks like he got the elevations all to match, so this should work out. Should be pretty good when we're going down with the flooring. Just have a little bit of adjustment to do in a couple spots, but I can probably hit this with a sander just to get those evened up a little bit better before I come through here with the wood flooring. But this is looking good. And then he went around and got the windows covered up just to keep prying eyes out. But no, I'm happy with how things are looking. He did a great job in here yesterday. And it's been a long day. Been over at the store taking care of business in the morning. Had a couple deliveries to take care of this afternoon, addressing some things around the store this afternoon. Just want to come and check on his progress. This looks good, and gonna get back after it. We'll see if I come over here to do a little bit tomorrow, but for sure on Monday. So yeah, I'll be back with y'all soon. Okay, back over here again. Nothing else has changed since the last time I was with you, but we are starting to mark out our lines to where we need to do just a little bit more demolition, get this drywall cleaned up. Need to add some cross blocking up here to support the framing up in the attic, and then we're going to start to lay out the new wall. The flooring is in place here. Just need to secure this down with screws. We'll check our final elevations and get that stuff tweaked. And then need to widen this out just a hair because I'm going from a 20-inch door to a 30-inch door. So I was able to gain a little bit of room coming this way, but I need to gain, I think it was maybe about another 2 to 3 inches coming this way. So once we get the wall all in place, get this framed down on this edge of the door opening, then I'm going to adjust this edge of the door frame in and finish cutting out the drywall right there. So hopefully we can get this tuned up here pretty quick. I also have some network upgrades. I need to do some wireless mesh extenders. So I'm gonna get these things unboxed and figure them out. Haven't worked with this brand before, so hopefully it works as well as some of the other ones that I had. The folks over at Simply Safe sent these to me, We were going through some troubleshooting the other day on just the signal quality on some of our cameras. So they went ahead and sent me over 2 of these wireless extenders. So let me get these things unboxed and see how to get them set up. All right, today has been a lot of running around. Right now, heading back over here. Got a big heavy piece of conduit strapped down. This had been where an electric line had been run to a food trailer, someone that used to be a tenant on that property. So this is a piece of galvanized rigid conduit. I'm getting it hauled out of there just so it doesn't get the attention of people going around looking for scrap. I just finished getting that range extender hooked up so I get some better coverage on my Wi-Fi cameras for my security system. There are a few different ways you could go about it. I chose to download the app for TP-Link and get it set up as an extender onto my existing network. It wasn't too bad. Not the greatest instructions on that. One of my complaints, okay, here's a big complaint of mine. When companies put how-to videos with no words, where they'll just have music playing and have words up on the screens, does not work for visually impaired people. Shame on y'all. So not giving good access to everybody involved. So I had to go online and search for some videos of on YouTube of other people that were setting those up. That helped. There were a couple of really good videos where they showed several different methods for hooking those up. Like I said, I chose to do it from my phone, so I download that TP-Link app. You know, just like a lot of things, I would try to go to connect, didn't quite work based on the instructions they had, so I had to rely on just my experience of connecting different type of things, you know, whether it be Bluetooth or Wi-Fi, and you know, pushing buttons to get through the different modes of connection. You know, within a couple minutes I was able to figure it out and get connected. So yeah, got that set up. Got the camera switched over to the extended network. All that is working really well now. And so hauling this over here, I just lined Zach out on adding a strong back on a 2x6 up in the ceiling that from the previous framing. It was run in the weak direction, and so it was wanting to sag. So I told him to go ahead and on top of it add a 2x4 full length, screwing them together to make a strong back. Then he can continue on his cross blocking. So yeah, I just keep running back and forth. I was pressure testing some lines earlier. Didn't really give me the result I was hoping for. Kind of led to a little bit of confusion. So I still have some more tracking down on that to do, to modify for my natural gas lines. Not modify, but just figuring out what needs to get plugged off and you know, what pieces need to get added back in. So I think I'm on the right track on that. Also used my circuit tracer to test out some wires. You know, we've had a number of lights and outlets that have not had power, and we haven't even seen where there are outlets or a switch to turn on these lights. So we hooked up the circuit tester to a couple wires that were in the ceiling from where we removed a fixture in the hallway. Traced that out, and surprise, surprise, the wires led through the wall all the way across the living room up into the ceiling and to another one of these mystery lights. Went from there to a mystery chandelier. And so then we started tracing the other direction, and they are all connected into the switch for the bathroom light fixture. Yeah. Pretty much the majority of the lights in the house, other than 3 other ones, every other light is wired into the bathroom light. So got to separate those circuits. Also test it back the other direction towards the main panel. and figured out one of the wires during the break-in last week. The guy had ripped a wire out of the wall. That was actually what was feeding, or would have been feeding, this mystery circuit and going into the breaker panel. So at least now we know where he ripped the wire out of. We confirmed which wire it is going into a box up there. So I know where to tie back on to get power, but I'm also going to have to separate some of these circuits. Nightmare, nightmare, nightmare. But even though I haven't gotten a lot accomplished in physicality today, at least I've been able to solve some mysteries, or be on the track of solving some mysteries. So with all that being said, I'm going to get this thing unloaded, get it stashed away with some of my other metal that I keep in case we need them for projects, or ultimately if they just end up going to scrap. Stuff like this galvanized pipe, honestly don't have a lot, because it's kind of a lot I can do with it, because it's kind of a weird size. Galvanized, definitely try to avoid using it for any kind of fabrication, because there's a lot of prep work and then work on the tail end to be able to use it. So not something I'm probably going to use, but at least I'm going to get it out of there and clean that area up a little bit more and get this just stowed away. Let's see if I can do this one-handed here. Oh god, this thing's heavy and awkward because it's sliding on the ground, because it has a nice little skate there on the end. There we go. Of course, I'm on the wrong side of this thing. Oh, the things I do for y'all. There we go. Okay. So now I'm gonna head back over to Zach, see where he is, and figure out what the next step is. But once he gets that blocking in, then I think we're gonna be ready to get the wall put back in place. And hopefully now don't have any sag issues. Hopefully we've finally fixed all the problems created by people not doing something right in the past. You know, it's always frustrating when it's not like I'm really doing anything different here. Basically, I'm just taking out what was either done wrong or what has deteriorated and just fixing it. So, here we go. And thank you for all the support that y'all have been giving me lately. In the last 28 days, we have gained over 20% in our subscribers. So please keep liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing if you haven't done so already. You know, we've been getting a lot of people viewing the videos, and compared to those numbers, not a lot of people subscribing. So please, it doesn't cost anything. Just take a few seconds, hit that subscribe button. It'll let you know when new videos are coming out, and it's really going to help me out to grow this channel. I love the support and the excitement that we've been getting behind the cab over videos. Y'all really seem to like that project. Unfortunately, I'm having to take a break from that to get this one done, both time-wise and money-wise. So really hoping I can get this project knocked out quickly so I can get back on the cab over. That's a project that's a lot of fun for me, and like I said, y'all seem to really enjoy it. Those two videos so far have been our most popular ever, so I want to keep making that one. So yeah, let me get through this project. Please, please, please keep supporting me, and I'll get back on that cab over content.